y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's gonna be an Amazon favorites video on account of Prime Day being around the corner. And I've also just been thinking a lot about like, dude, Amazon's got some hits lately. Like I actually went through the last 6 months of my orders and I mined for like what I thought my favorites were. And honestly, it was kind of like, we're gonna take a little tour around the world. You know, we're gonna go into food, we're gonna go into, organization, we're gonna go into home stuff, we're gonna go into planning, we're going everywhere. Shh. My dog. Jenny! Shh. Shh. Look at this bullshit. Look at this bullshit. So let's start with this. These dog beds are awesome. They're so great. Hi everybody. Hi mom. Hi baby. How you doing? They're fantastic. I'll link the size I bought. I'll link the right size below. The other thing that I have that I'm obsessed with is what I'm sitting on right now. This chair seat. It's like a sheepskin seat. It's literally like $20. I have a Herman Miller Aeron chair, and this is nice because I actually don't like this chair, but my back kind of needs it. So this, I like to sit cross-legged a lot. And this is just not a chair that's conducive for that. So it's sort of that thing where it's not a very comfortable chair for my specific body, but I recognize I need it. My lower back is like shot to shit, so I need assistance there. And I'd love to have one of those like flat where you can like cross your legs chairs, but my lower back probably would not like that. So I like this because A, I don't slide around as much in the chair, and B, if you do want to sit cross-legged, you're a little bit more comfortable. This little like seat cover just makes this chair, one, like a tiny bit more my vibe, two, because like, you know, because this chair just doesn't really go with my like ultimate goal for what this office is going to look like, but I digress. Sometimes you have to prioritize function over form, even though it really pisses me off. But it just kind of like helps a little bit. I want to do some sort of cover for the back too, or like put like a throw on it or just something to kind of like edge it up a little bit, make it cooler. But I will tell you, for like a $20 seat cover, this thing is amazing. The only thing I would tell you is if you have dogs that, I don't know what it was, but Duke for like, I don't know, a week would bark constantly at the seat cover. I would sit on it and have to remind him like, sweetheart, one, it's not Adelaide. Like I would never do that. Two, like it's not alive. You know what I mean? So just as a heads up, if you've got one of those dogs. Okay, so let's pivot to what's directly next to me. We're gonna start with something real random. This is a Sharps box. So I have this for the syringes that I use to give myself my tirzepatide shots. So, you know, I got it on Amazon. It's real nice, love it a lot. But it's just one of those things where if you found me through the tirzepatide or the semaglutide videos, now that I do them at home, I'd say 50% of the time, I have one of these because, you know, safety. The next closest thing to me is a pair of shoes. These are such a life hack. I can't tell you, like it's been about 3 years since I've been able to wear my clothes and like my normal clothes. And so my style has just really taken a hit because I didn't really want to buy clothes for my bigger body when I knew I didn't want to stay there. You know what I mean? So what I was doing was just trying to find things that would like bring my personality into my outfits more. And one of the things I found that I'm kind of nervous to tell you about because they're gonna sell out and I'm gonna be really pissed, but you know, I'm on TikTok now and I know things like we don't gatekeep. So in the spirit of my Gen Z friends, let's talk about these $20 amazing shoes. So this is my second pair of the green ones. I love them. I also have 2 pairs of the pink ones that are kind of like a nudie pink. Also love them. These are great. I live in Texas, okay? So these are great for like Christmas errands, you know, where it's like still like in the 70s and 80s. This is wonderful for that. This is also wonderful all year round. Love, 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 love. And they're like $20. So really, and they look like the amount of people that stop me and ask me about my shoes, you would think they'd be like $500 or 20. Get them. They're so worth it. And then if like your dog eats them or, you know, they get wet or whatever, you're not pissed because you just gotta spend another $20. It's like, you know what I mean? Okay, so pivoting into books. 2 books that I've read very recently that I love. They're very different from each other. The first one is The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I am pretty certain, just from how I've read, like post reading the book, reading like the Goodreads reviews, everybody and their brother knows about this book except for me, prior to having read it. And it just sounded, it came just really highly recommended. It's like, it was on everybody's lists. So that was just kind of enough for me, right? I've got a goal this year to read 50 books. So I'm just like, yeah, keep them coming. I have to tell you, this is a book that I read in a day. There's not many books that I've read in a day. I think there's maybe 4 or 5 that I've read in like an actual day this year. This is one of them. And for the record, it's 288 pages long. So it's very good. Trigger warning, it does involve suicide, but it's not something that is... like, as much as it's part of the plot of the book, it's not. And I don't want to give anything else away, but like, it's in like the first 20 pages. So like, I'm not telling you anything you're not going to know quick. I think this is one of those books where, especially for women and or just anybody kind of having a bit of a moment dealing with regret, or with, God, I wish I had done that differently, or what is the point of this? Anything in that kind of category, if you're in that stage of your life where you're really being hyper critical of yourself and kind of wishing things had gone differently, anything like that, this is a fantastic book. Like, I can't tell you how grateful I am that I read it when I did, because I've just been on this bender for the last couple of months of just reading a lot of things to help me process some stuff. And this has been fantastic for that. So really highly recommend. It's fiction. This is not. This is the second one. This is by Dr. Mindy Pelz. It's called Fast Like a Girl. Dr. Pelz is like she has a podcast called the Resetter Podcast. I've talked about it in, I think, my most recent semaglutide tirzepatide video. That's where I was learning about like alcohol affecting the blood-brain barrier and that kind of stuff. I learned that from her podcast. This book, Fast Like a Girl, again, read this in a day. These are the 2 that I've read in a day in the last, what is that? Probably the last month. These are the 2 that did it. Genuinely, if you are female at any stage of your life, I don't care if you're 13, you shouldn't be watching my channel, or if you're 93, awesome. I'm very happy for you. But read it, because it's so illuminating, and it just... in like a specific kind of, in like this combination of specific and broad. So it teaches you how your like cycle, like all this stuff about cycle syncing right now, because like, you know, Gen X and Gen Z, what are we? No, sorry, Gen X and millennials, pardon me. Why are we not Gen Y? I don't know. Anyway, it just kind of like makes sense that way, but okay, here we go. So we're in perimenopause, menopause, right? Right? Something like that. So I think there's this like kind of bum rush of us going, what the hell is happening to me? How do I fix it? How do I take control over my own body, get my emotions back regulated? How do I like lose the weight that I'm just gaining? All that kind of stuff. And Dr. Pelz is basically, she's dedicated her life to helping women navigate fasting in their, like in a cyclical way. So she does a really brilliant job of like, no matter where you are in your cycle, if you're super regular, if you don't have one at all, if you're in a stage of menopause, what have you, she gives you a really solid framework and understanding of how to fast, of what you're doing that's counterproductive, of what types of food you should be eating, explaining that your taste buds should not be dictating what you're eating that day. It should be your hormones, explaining all kinds of stuff. So it's just one of those just really, and I like, it's a book that I actually, my best friend has endo. Actually, I think 2 of my best friends have endo. But you know, because it doesn't get diagnosed until you're basically on fire. So neither one of them have a confirmed diagnosis, but it's just like, sometimes I really want to throw things when it comes to women's health. It makes me so pissed how much of us have to suffer. So this is a book I'm going to give her, because I just think she's somebody who is very in tune with her body, because she obviously has to be. And it's just like, I didn't even know this. Like, I had no idea. So it's just a great, great book, easy read. Really, really like hooks you if you're into this kind of stuff. Yeah, highly recommend. Okay, moving on, because otherwise the video's gonna be like 6 hours long. So I've had some DMs on ye old Instagram about I did what did I do? Like a summer productive morning routine video, and I was kicking around doing a reset, but the views on that video weren't very good, and they are a righteous pain in the ass to film. So I haven't done it. But this was featured in it. This is my home management system. It's like basically like a DIY card catalog of how I get shit done around my house. So I have, if you can tell, I have a 7 at the beginning for July. Then I've got like Monday, Tuesday through, and I have the weeks, W1, W2, W3, W4. And then I have, this is 6 months. I just put the other 6 months up. So this is July through December. So I literally am going to tag everything below this, because I highly encourage you, if you are somebody who is just like slamming their head against a wall with trying to get shit done around their house, or trying to delegate things to your family and you almost don't even know where to start, it took me a week and a half. Take time out of your life, mine through whatever cleaning and organization books you own. I went through like all of my Martha books, and then I've got this other book that I went through too. And I have 2 of these. And then I ordered, I don't even know, what is this, like 1,000 of the index cards? Ridiculous amount of index cards, but hi. And then I ordered these black, because that's my vibe, tabs. And then I just literally sat there, and I had, like, going through the book, I wrote every single thing out. So like if I've got a daily task, like for example, do the dishes, I have 7 cards that say that one in every day. And then I put what's that? Like a smiley face, because it was an icon that was in the sticker pack that came with this. I put that smiley face on this to tell me it's completed, right? Because it's just like an easy way to know it's completed, and I had enough smiley faces to make this make sense. If you want a video on how I actually use this thing, I can do that in a separate video. I can do that, like, I don't know, we can figure that out. But I just really highly encourage you, if you're somebody who just like, there's not enough hours in the day, there is not enough, I'm trying to work on my cortisol levels, I just don't want to like murder anybody, like help me rage less. This is something I encourage you to do. On your own time, at your own pace, not to stress yourself out, but my God, when I tell you what a relief it is for my brain to just not have to think. I just go through the cards, like, this is what the hell I gotta do today. And then I go through the weeks, and I'm like, okay, I've got, however many, I gotta do that much, like divide it by the week. That's how many I gotta do today. Same thing with the month, right? Amazing. Okay, so let's go into, this is not in any particular order. This is just going closest to furthest from me, my body. Homeoplasmine. This is like French Vaseline, but not. This is just sort of like one of those things that you should have on deck. It's sort of like a Vaseline, not quite Neosporin balm sort of thing. I would tell you the closest thing to it is Vaseline, but it's not the same. This is my lip balm every single night. This is what I put on my elbows or my ankles or whatever I need, just to kind of really help. I do like lotions and oils and all that kind of stuff too. But if I'm just feeling particularly, especially with my sunburn that I've been having, I genuinely cannot tell you how, and it's cheap as hell, and it lasts you like way too long for how inexpensive this is. I highly recommend it. I'm so glad this is on Amazon. This is from the brand Living Libations. It's the sea buckthorn. It's called Best Skin Ever. It's a cleanser moisturizer. I use this to take my makeup off at night, every single night. The other thing I use this for is when I was having my sunburn. Anytime you're feeling dry, put this on your body. It doesn't smell like anything. It's one of those, it has a smell in this, but it's really mild and pleasant. And you don't smell it at all when it gets onto your body, because I would notice, and I don't. It is lovely. And it's like, honestly, it just is like a magic eraser for your makeup. It takes it off like that. It doesn't irritate your skin. I'm gonna be 38 in a month. So I've got aging, combination to oily skin. I'm not particularly sensitive, but I'm very aggressive in my skincare because I want to age like Christy Brinkley, and that shit is gold. Another thing is the Wander Beauty Baggage Claim Gold Eye Masks. They look like that. Get these for everybody you know. Get them for everyone. Everyone. I'm not kidding. Like, put them in stockings, put them in birthday cards, put them in whatever. They come in a box. This is a pair, but they come in a box of, I don't know, like 6 maybe. I buy these for
like all my girlfriends. I buy like just to throw in. I think it's like 20 some bucks. It's so worth it. And the other thing I do, my trick, is I'll put them on while I'm like self-tanning, whitening my teeth, doing a face mask, all the things. I tend to do everything at once. And I just lay in bed and like listen to a podcast or read. And I look crazy. And it's just my like, don't fuck with me time. Like, don't come to me. Don't ask me for shit. Leave me alone. Put these on, and there's something about them. They're like just enough, and they're gold, which is, I just love, but they're just enough. And they, like, I don't know, they're serumy. You don't get milia. It doesn't feel like it goes everywhere. They do actually absorb over time. Oh my God, love them. They're not crazy expensive. Love them. This is another thing I'm kind of reluctant to share with you because I don't want it to sell out, but I fucking love it. This is my melatonin. I have tried too many melatonins, honestly. I feel like I've tried like every melatonin on the market. This is my favorite. This is the Rescue Plus 5 milligram per serving, which is, they vary on how much they tell you to take. I take 5 every night. I can tell you from, everybody's different, so you know, your mileage may vary. I've noticed a major difference between this guy and the other ones with how I fall asleep and stay asleep, with how quickly I fall back asleep if I get woken up. Like, I have 3 dogs, so if they like, and they wake me up because I'm the one that'll wake up. If I need to fall back asleep, I can. I'm not just awake at 3 in the morning. Oh my God. And it's, and it's like $10. I love this. I have to thank Pam Anderson for this because she recommended this other one for something else, I think for stress. And I found that, and I took that. And then I also found this, and I was like, well, let me give it a go. And oh my God, the woman is a genius. Next step, jewelry, because I'm very high-low, okay? I am somebody who is very, like, I spend a lot of money on things, and I spend not a lot of money on things. It really depends. But when it comes to, really, I haven't been able to wear my jewelry because I've just been fat. And I didn't want to spend a lot of money on jewelry until I got kind of my bearings around stuff. And it's, you know, it's harder to shop for higher end stuff. Like, you can't be as impulsive. So I just went to Amazon because that's what we do. I want to show you this ring. It's crazy affordable and it's big. And I love a gold and diamond situation. And then these are a 3-pack. So these all come together and they're like $18. I literally have more of these on the way right now because I want to stack them on one finger and I want to have them on several fingers because I love like a cigar band kind of look. And I just like was exploring and I seriously have worn these rings every single day since I've gotten them. Very happy, and they're so affordable. I wash my hands in them, all the things, and they so far still look great. And the other thing I like about it is if something happens and they don't look great, you're not pissed that you spent $200 on them because you didn't. Let's talk about hair, real brief. You need this comb if you have bangs or if you tease your hair. You need this. I think it comes in a 2-pack. It's great. I'll tag it. Just do it. This, if you have weave. Sorry, I thought I got all the hair out of it. I apologize. This is called the Finger Brush by Olivia Garden. I swear to you, for like a literal year, I called this my Olive Garden brush. What is awesome though is it helps you, I'm not doing it right now because I just did my hair for you. It combs out your weave, you know? So if you're getting tangled or if you're about to get in the shower, you need to put all your product, your bond repair, all that kind of stuff in there, this is your best friend. Or if you just want to brush out your curls because they're too intense, this is your best friend. The last thing I'm going to talk to you about that I actually did not bring in here, but I should have, I'll insert some footage of me because I've definitely shown myself in videos with it on, is the robe curls. That is how I do my hair every day. When I tell you that has made such a difference in the health of my hair, because I like my hair curled. I do not like my hair straight. I have very wavy, coarse hair. I look like Cousin It, or like I look like a fried 80s hairband member. Like, it's not a good look. So I need some body to it. And it is just the best. It's a little bit of a learning curve. There is a million videos on YouTube on how to do it. Okay, let's go into planner stuff now because I'm going to talk about a gear shift that happened this year. Is I got into the planner world and went hard. So this is a tweezer set. You can get different colors. I got black because that's my brand. And one's angled, one's straight. And what these are for, and they come with little like because they're sharp as hell. They come with little covers too, if that helps you. These are for putting on your stickers in your journal. So if you're somebody who has like something I'm about to show you is a Hobonichi cousin. This is another thing I really love. That's crooked. So this is my sort of like my life planner. I have several planners for different things, but this is the one that I kind of live out of the most. The other ones are much more specific. This is like all the things. So this is a great planner. And when you put, let's show here, I'll show you like what my July looks like. We're going to do two things at once. I just feel like it makes the most sense. So this is what my Hobonichi looks like for July, for just like the dash for the month. That's what I use it for. I just kind of use it for like background stuff. And then I set my goals. So if you're laying stickers down though, like all in here, these are all stickers. I lay them down with the tweezers. So that way, one, they don't get kind of grubby, and two, that you can be as precise as you want. Big fan. The other thing is they're just really affordable. If you're into like junk journaling or something like that, it would come in super handy. But I just love it for like, I do a bunch of, here, I'll show you another page. Let me show you a page that doesn't have like anything really important on it. Here you go. Here's like the last day of July. So my functional stickers that I do, I have a bunch of these that I put down on every single page in the month. This is what I lay all that stuff down with. So just huge fan. I know someone's gonna say something to me about this. My dashboards are vintage Playboy covers. Love the vibes, love. Yeah, so, but when you're putting all these stickers down like again and again and again, there's no way you're gonna get that like precise that many times. You know what I mean? That's where the little tweezers come in real handy. And they save your finger from like getting kind of worn down from picking stuff up for too much. You wanna know something else I love? I hate these front ones that I bought from Erin Condren, but I love these back ones that are like these leather vibes. It's these. I bought multiples because they're gonna go into next year's too. I'm obsessed with these. These are dirt cheap on Amazon. I love them. If you're into the Bible, they have a ton of these for the Bible too. I'm not one of those people, but if you are, double down. Great. To talk a little bit about the Hobonichi, because I'm favoriting this, I'm gonna put a link below. I cannot tell you. So I've had a day designer. If you want like a planner video or something, let me know and I'll think about like how to make it look not boring, because those videos bore the hell out of me. But I am, for how I work and the amount of brain dump and tasking and this needs to go here and I need to relate back to this and the pinball situation that I got going on in my head, this thing, how I use it is like damn near perfect. I love it. And I don't love this color, so I just put, you know, stickers and like kind of vibed it out to make it more my, you know, sort of style. But love it, love it, love it. It has like a ton of stuff you can, I mean, there's tons of videos online if you really want to do like a planner deep dive. You've got the year breakdown, you've got your monthly breakdowns, then you got I've got a thing here for your week, then I have, you know, your day. It's like legitimately the amount of like, wait, what was I supposed to do? Am I behind on that? How do I forecast that? You can just do that in this. You know, you can see it, you can tab it to where it all can make sense in the way it needs to make sense to you. It is awesome. It's not $200, it's like $60. It's great. Another thing I really love is this notebook. This is like a new love of mine, Luke Term 1917. It's literally just a notebook, but I have all my Amazon loves on it. This is the page I'm on right now. But here's two things I love. One is it's got this bandy thing, very helpful. Two is it's got 2 bookmarks. Also very helpful. So for me, I use this for content. I've decided to take content creation a lot more seriously. And so in just kind of building out my systems to make sure that everything, you know, was moving smoothly, I needed a dedicated, just like brain dump, storyboarding, making sure all the things, right? So I can, in the moment that I need to be in, when I'm in like a flow state, I can write it all out and then it's on paper and I don't have to go, wait, what the hell was I just thinking about? It's just there. This is not terribly expensive. It's really nice if you've got multiple things going on at the same time. So if you've got like, you know, if you're on different platforms or whatever, you can just mark with the 2 different bands and then whatever page I mean, however you want to use it. It's awesome. I also find for me, it versus the Moleskine, I like this one better. And I'm not somebody who needs to buy like a Smythe or one of the other, like I don't need that kind of a notebook situation. I'm not that precious about them, but I do really love this kind of vibe. This speaks to me, you know? I am not above buying a designer notebook, but like, I do have to tell myself like, dude, think of what you're gonna put it in. Like, you're not like on ice and in, like you're not, like your journals are being kept and published. Let it go. Pivoting to household stuff. So let's go to food first. So 2 things. I went to Pizza Expo or PizzaCon, that's what we were calling it, but it's actually called Pizza Expo, in Vegas this year. It's the first time I went to Vegas. And this brand was there and I got to try this and I fell in love with them. So I ordered them on Amazon because that's what you do. This is lemon olive oil and this is spicy chili oil. This is from the brand Partana. And I truly cannot encourage you enough to buy them. Especially if you like things to be bright and spicy. So like if you're making shishito peppers or green beans or whatever you want, and you want that little bit of brightness and that kick. The other thing, this is really, I've done different types of meat in this. I've done all kinds of stuff with this, but this on their own, delicious, together, delicious. Not that expensive. Like I don't even remember. Maybe 20, maybe 17. I don't remember. It's not gonna kill you. So good. Love. Okay, now a few other things. This tissue box holder, I have many in different colors. This is my office one. It's like this sort of embossed leatherette. Love. It's super affordable. It came like overnight or something. I don't know. When you're trying to create a vibe, you're trying to create an aesthetic in your home, everything needs to be cohesive. It's those little things. But those little things like trash cans, I'm in the market for a trash can right now. And the one I found that I liked was $175. And I was like, absolutely not. It's a trash can. Like, no way. So I like these things because at the end of the day, you can get a Chanel tissue box holder and hate yourself. Well, or not. Or you can get this and get the vibe that at least the vibe that I wanted for a reasonable price. You know what I mean? Like not everything needs to be high end in my life. I love luxury. But I gotta do high-low. I don't have that kind of disposable income. Win the lottery, that'll change. If you see a $175 trash can in my office in the next couple of weeks, it's because I won the Powerball. That's how you'll know. It's like that, there'll be hints. Okay, cleaning products. 3 things and then we're done. The Caldria Basil Blue Sage, if they have other scents, this is just the one that I really like. I have one for the holidays as well, that's a different one because I shift for the holidays. But the rest of the year, I use this. This brand I have loved for a very long time. It has been a notoriously difficult brand to find. Grove had them for a while, which is when I was using Grove, and then they got a little dicey with their supply. And so I found them on Amazon and they used to carry them at like Target and that kind of stuff like a long time ago. It's been way too long, but Amazon has them. And the other thing is you can buy them in packs of like 1, 3, 6, all that. So that's what I do because I do dishes every day. Love this. So that's the dishwashing soap. This is the countertop spray. Love this as well. It's just a nice, like they do more of like a fragrance vibe with their scents. So you're not necessarily like smelling, I don't want to like put anything down, but you know how Mrs. Meyer's or some of the like really affordable ones, they get a little like, I don't know. It's sort of like the body mist versus perfume thing. That may be a stretch of an analogy, but go with me on it. It's sort of like that. I'm like, I don't always like those scents. And with these, I really do like them. Like this is a really nice one. They have a bunch of them depending on your vibe, but this is my jam. Lastly, I have dogs and they were puppies like not that long ago. So I'm very familiar with this product and I bought many of them because puppies need potty training and my carpets need this. I'm so grateful I don't have carpet everywhere. I kind of wish I didn't have carpet anywhere. This is awesome, okay? Because I have really, I don't know degrees of carpet, like carpeting wall to wall. I know it's nice and I know it's plush and I'd like to keep it that way until I have hardwood floors in there. And I know there's benefits, blah, 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 blah. I don't really care. Okay. The other thing though, that I can tell you, I've tested this on, unfortunately, many times, but it's a good thing. I have a really, solid and growing collection of vintage rugs. and I love them. Or as much as I don't love carpeting, I love me like a real authentic Persian rug. They're durable rugs. They're meant to be lived on. It's not like that. It's not the rug's fault. The rug's actually doing what it's supposed to do. I'm also not a big Ruggable fan because that stuff's sketch. But this, let me tell you, and it's like one of the more natural, safe, hardworking, fresh for homes with pets. You lightly dust it over the surface. I have done liberal as well. Allow it to rest up to 15 minutes. I have done overnight. And you vacuum it away. It's come up fine. It hasn't stained. It hasn't lightened any other spots. You don't notice it. None of that stuff. But the thing I also can tell you is when you do, I have like an enzymatic pet cleaner, and then I put this on top to help with the actual like rug. And I've noticed there isn't like a stiffness. There isn't a dye or like a tell. There's no tells. But that combination has really helped them not repeat it again, so they don't get trained to the scent. It fully lifts it, and it lifts the texture, so you don't get those little hot spots in your house, which is great when you're training puppies, especially when you're training multiple, because when you put them together, they're done. Okay, so that about wraps up. This is a very long video. I don't know if any of these are gonna have any Prime deals. That's not really the point of this, but I do know with Prime Day, we're all in the mood to add to cart. And these are things that I've just really been loving. Everything from the dog beds to what I'm sitting on right now, all of it. This dress that I've got on is a Skims dupe that I got from Amazon that is like I guess like a fits everybody. It's really tight bodycon. I'll link this as well. Looks like that. I have this in 2 colors, pink and black. I couldn't get this color from Skims, so the Pumi brand is a great Skims dupe if you're in the market to just kind of flesh it out. You missed a color, whatever. I tend to miss color drops. So yeah, so I'll link these as well. They're really wonderful. And that's everything. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all very soon. Bye.